Hello and welcome to the Lost Art Podcast. I am Paul and I'm here with Gar.
We're broadcasting from the coronavirus HQ of the world.
Fucking hope not. We've got our hand sanitizer there.
Riddled. The table is actually full of hand sanitizer.
Don't tell people that. This is the first place they'll come.
Hand sanitizer, gargle and cigarettes.
I have a little crappy one that I've had in the car for a while and Gar has one from the fucking government. The government.
Pretty much I have industrial hand sanitizer, which fucking... I'm now white from using it. My hands are white anyway.
Yeah, in all seriousness, I am fucking a bit shook by the whole thing. A little bit.
I'm getting there. I'm definitely getting there.
Just because you made the money I'm going to lose.
If I was into real money, if I was going to lose real money, I'd be panicking, but I'm not. When the government announced that, whatever, 2.5 billion buyout bullshit, I felt a little bit better.
Yeah, of course.
And then I rang my insurance agent today about the business, and I felt a little bit better after that as well.
That was before he threw himself out a window, though.
Yeah, he's dead now. But before he done that, he told me everything was all right.
Today we are doing. This is. Do you remember we did a podcast called Controversial Dislikes? It's not this. This is coming from a neutral point of view.
Yeah.
It's called I just don't get it. Bands that there's lots of different reasons we don't get.
Yeah.
And lots of different things we don't get about them. But overall, the podcast is called I Just Don't Get It. These aren't bands that we... Well, I don't think we came into it from a 50-50 neutral.
Yeah.
These could be bands that just passed us by. Sometimes big, huge bands just pass you by.
They certainly do. I'm just changing my page because this is not the podcast we agreed to do.
Oh, shit, really?
But it's okay. Let's do this one. It's fine.
Oh, is it not? I thought we were doing this one and then the other one.
No, it's okay. It's
All
cool.
right.
I have all the... I'm a pro.
You're pro. You're way more pro than I am.
I have it sorted.
Yeah.
I just don't have timestamps for songs, but we can figure it out.
No,
We'll be
we
fine.
do this.
I don't have timestamps for my songs, but you know what?
No, I don't have a problem for
It
this.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, so...
I don't get it.
I don't get it. So...
I don't love it. I don't hate it.
I have a few different kind of ways we have it down here. So it's not a guilty pleasure. It's a guilty disinterest. So you have people going like, there's a few bands on this I've told people I liked.
Yeah.
Just for a Quiet Life. Yeah, grand. Yeah, they're really good. But and in my head, I think that they actually could be really good if I bothered.
Maybe.
Do you know what I mean?
Maybe.
And there's other bands who I'm thinking, there's something in there, but I haven't found the right door into them yet. Or else... Another thing I have a couple of artists where I don't know how they're popular and famous. Like I really don't get how that they.
When you hear my fan going, the fan on my laptop is dying. You hear it?
It's just the fan. It's not the hard drive.
No, it's just the fan. The hard drive is SSD.
Scratch.
So
lovely SSD.
And I have it sitting on a cooling pad, so the fan is actually kind of redundant.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's grand. Patreon.com/Lost Art Podcast. Please, Jesus Christ.
Get him a new fan.
Papa needs a new pair of fans.
I have another couple of notes down here. I was trying to explain this kind of episode a little bit more. That we are absolutely not ragging on any of these bands.
No. Everything here is explained in the I just don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't dislike it, but I don't like it. I feel like I either missed the moment to be obsessed with it.
You missed the breakthrough that other people had. Yeah.
That's what I feel like. I feel like all my pals who are mad for these bands or these genres. I've got one or two genres there. And I think I just missed the boat. Yeah,
the amount of bands on this list that you go, oh man, you'd love them.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
100%.
For some reason. So what I did was, I don't know how you did it, but I came across from the angle of... I wanted to learn more, so I did try my best in the time frame that we have to dig deeper. And then, so I have every band marked out 5 out of 10.
Oh, really? I didn't do anything like that.
No, at the start, because I wouldn't tell you. You'd be like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So they start at a 5 out of 10, which is a neutral position.
Yeah.
And they can go up or down from there.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So who is your first one?
A pretty obvious one. I picked Tool. I actually didn't want to pick Tool because Tool have popped up on the podcast in recent months. Simply because their back catalogue was released on Spotify.
Yeah, but you've also said a couple of times that you don't get them. But
don't get it.
Yeah, but now we get to talk about it.
Yeah. I picked the song Hooker with a Penis just because it sounds interesting.
I love that song.
Yeah, see, couldn't tell you.
That's when they had a bit of a sense of humour when they were all into their
double entendres and
Bill Hicks phase.
Yeah,
you know,
like I'm a massive Bill Hicks fan, and Like, I was literally obsessed. I've read every single book about Bill Hicks. I've watched every single video. I don't know. I literally have tried for years. These guys should be high on my list of bands that I'm fucking mad for. But I tried for years to get it, and it just doesn't work.
To be fair, their fans didn't help you.
See, here's the thing. The people who are my mates that are their fans are not their normal fans. This is why I feel like I've been exempt. I have met people who are those people.
Yeah.
And they're obviously painful.
But I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I definitely get it.
Yeah.
Although we just don't get it. It's the name of the podcast.
Yeah. Like, here's the thing. Like, everybody, all my pals who are Tool fans they're not super, they're not mad pushy about Tool.
No,
They'll say, like, I can't believe, like, I thought they'd be mad, you'd be mad for them.
They might have been in their 20s, though. I might have even said being a bit of, I don't know, I can't remember.
I don't remember your 20s. I knew you in your 20s, but I don't remember you in your 20s. I don't remember me in my 20s.
No, I don't. I've no idea what I was like.
I'd say it was like me, but like maybe with a tiny bit more energy and less money.
A bit stupider.
No, I think I was probably smarter in my 20s. No joke. So yeah, I picked Hooker with a Penis. I mean, I've heard this song. I listened to it again for this podcast. What it seems to be for me with Tool is that it seemed to be only, their style of music seems to be only interesting to people who are like mad into music or people who aren't into music. Right? There seems to be this weird kind of dichotomy of people where it seems to be split down the middle. So what I've kind of tended to find in my life is that I find people who, like, they like music, but they couldn't tell you anything about music. And they wouldn't be like,
but because Tool are a great name to drop.
100%.
They really are.
It's like you get kudos and props instantly. Yeah. But like, I've always considered Tool to be like the graphic artist's band, right? Where it's just music that plays in the background while they're fucking around on Adobe Illustrator or something. Like,
well,
it's
like
everyone I know who is a graphic artist or paints or draws, if you say it to them, like, what are you into? Like, what do you listen to? They went and like, Tool, let's play Tool. Like, to the point where fucking pal of mine, Adi Granov, he was like a famous comic book artist, designed all their posters for their most recent tour.
Right.
And that sounds like a name drop of pal of mine. He probably doesn't even remember me. But
who are you?
Yeah, exactly. He's the guy who designed the Iron Man armor for the movies and all this kind of shit. He's a very famous artist. And I knew him years ago, but I haven't seen him in a while. We went there fucking drinking and went for dinner on multiple occasions. Not romantic.
Oh, he didn't call you back?
No, I met him a bunch of times. He's a lovely fella, but he's obsessed with fucking Tool.
Yeah.
Like, he'd be one of the most in-demand artists in the world. And he is fucking obsessed with Tool, to the point where I would say 99.9% of the things he listens to are Tool. You know? Yeah. Tool albums. He thinks that Tempest is the greatest song ever written. He said it himself.
It's very good.
It's very good, but is it the greatest song ever written? I don't think so.
Well, it's too long to be, because that means it's imperfect. So it can't be... It's not perfect.
By definition.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're talking about, like, to me, like, no, because All Day and All Night by the Kinks is a better song.
Yeah, better song.
So
yeah. Eleanor Rigby, whatever. These are better songs. Tempest is fantastic.
Small Town Boy.
Exactly. He actually re-released that recently.
I was trying to hit that first now, and I end up with fucking chest infection.
That happens. You know when you're like nearly sick and there's just one cough that brings you over the edge. Like, oh, that's the one that tore something. The juice gets into that tear or that fucking scream. We used to get it when I was playing in bands. There was always like one gig. It was like, I don't know if I can do that fucking song with the big shit in it. And the minute you do the big shit, you're like, that's me fucked for 2 weeks now.
It happens with laughs as well.
Big George laugh.
Oh no!
You wake up the next day crying. Yeah, full fucking corona inside you.
So I love Tool, but I remember the first time I listened to them. The first time I listened to them would have been when they were on MTV.
Yeah, for me it was like Prison Sex and all that. Yeah, that's where I heard them.
They were a grunge band then. Yeah. That was just a grunge. Yeah. By the way, everyone was a grunge band then.
Oh yeah,
like literally Aerosmith were as well. They were all.
Oh yeah. Kiss had a grunge album. We covered this before, and it's great.
It's just it was such a huge thing at the time that releasing any other kind of music would have been pissing into the wind.
Yeah, no point.
So they just did, and also maybe they were into it, you know. Mm. But to be fair to Tool, they started out like that kind of in a way after the EP, and I loved Enema, the album. I just absolutely loved
that's the one. Since day one, everybody says that's the album. If you want to get into Tool, that's the one to listen to. I went out of my way to get a hold of the Tool albums before they were on Spotify, and I loaded them all. I actually, before I had Spotify, I had Google Music. I think it's actually better than Spotify.
Sounds better.
It sounds better, but the beauty of it is that one of the reasons I always tell people you should try and use Google Music as opposed to Spotify is
careful now.
I know it's a gimmick, but one of the reasons I prefer Google Music is that the Google Music app allows you to upload music from your laptop onto your cloud.
Yeah.
So when you search in Google Music and it's not on there, fucking like Tool isn't there, it will direct you back to your cloud.
Is that why one time you were like, oh my God, how's it got all those old 20 volt DTPs?
No, that was real.
Oh, that was real,
yeah,
was
that was
it?
real. Yeah, that was before I had ever.
Oh,
there was
shit.
a load of like demos and all that were up on Google Music. And I went on Spotify, but they're on Google Music,
Grand.
yeah. Because I didn't have them. I had to try and find them and download them.
I think with Tool, you have to, it's very hard, it's so hard to not be pretentious when you're talking about Tool. I like rhythms and just stuff like that. And there's loads of rhythms and polyrhythms and off rhythms and stuff like that. And you have to find that interesting. But you can't rub that in other people's faces for not liking that shit.
I literally have this written down here. Like I think all of their intros are too long.
I wouldn't disagree. Well, I don't mind, but I wouldn't disagree either.
I think all of their intros are too long. I think the songs are really disjointed and convoluted. However, like on the plus side, the arrangements are obviously incredibly advanced to the point where they're not trying to make just a fucking pop song. That's not what they're trying to do. And they're not trying to just sell the next fucking album. They're trying to keep themselves interested in the music, which in itself is a fucking boon. The fact that they want to keep pushing things forward. I appreciate their approach to music more than the actual music.
Yeah.
If you get me.
I think that they feel like the mantle is on them or whatever. Is that the right way to say that? They've taken on the mantle and they have to now, because people go, well, they expect that much from Tool, they have to do that now.
Yeah.
And I get that, and that's a cross to bear.
Fucking big time. In finishing, I don't think I'm stupid or smart enough to actually get it.
Right. You're not one of those either people. Or one of those either people.
Yeah.
You're not one of those either people.
I just don't feel like I'm dumb enough to just appreciate it or smart enough to like fully.
You don't have to
get
be smart. You just have to like that kind of rhythmical music that builds up and builds up. I know loads of people that love music that don't like long build-ups.
Can't do it.
That's for them. That's fine.
Give me 4 little fucking buildy, hit me with it.
I don't mind because
Full 9 roper to the gob. That's what I want.
I don't mind those build-ups. Yeah, so for me, Tool are one of my favourite bands.
Now, in saying that fucking last album, I actually really enjoyed it. I listened to it fucking 3 or 4 times in 2 days walking around, and I didn't expect myself to enjoy it. I really did. The instrumental stuff was not for me.
No, that's shite.
Yeah, it just does nothing for me.
No,
it shouldn't really be on there.
Also, it pushes over the length of a CD.
Yes.
What's the point?
It's just silly. But I really did enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm full on the fence. I don't dislike them. I will give out about the fans like everybody else, even Tool fans give out about Tool fans.
Yeah.
But for me, I've tried and tried and tried, and it's just, I'm not getting the hooks in me. Maybe it's something that I could wake up one day and say, this is what I want to listen to today. But who was your first one?
My first one is the Manic Street Preachers. This is a huge band that just always escapes me. Now, to be fair, I have them as starting off as a neutral, but I did go between phases of sort of liking them and hating them.
Yeah.
But they've always been somewhere in the middle for me, and I've never really given them a chance.
I get you.
I've just been basing on what I heard on MTV, and the problem is I came in and listened to them at a time when they were releasing.
If you tolerate this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually
a lot of people did.
I like that song.
That album is not the worst. It's very poppy.
No, I know, but it's the name of the album as well. And James Dean Bradfield's voice, I don't think I like it. He has this really over-the-top American accent he puts on. And
for a Welsh lad.
But it sounds over-the-top American, like
the guy like that was a Motorcycle Happiness, whatever it's called.
Motorcycle Emptiness.
Yeah, Motorcycle
Literally
Emptiness.
the opposite.
Yeah, whatever.
Hovercraft Happiness.
I've talked about this before. There's one album by them that I'm obsessed with, and the rest of it I can take
and that's what I have down here. I gave them a good run this week, man. I listened to the whole Holy Bible.
Yeah.
I went back to listen to
Generation Terrorists and all that.
That's the last one I gave. I gave half that a bash, and I listened to Everything Must Go. I even went and gave a few. I remembered that I didn't want to listen to This Is My True Tell Me Yours because worst album name of all time.
The same day as Californication came out, or very close.
And I was working, and I actually opted to play more Californication
than that
because it just annoyed me. Well, listen, let's see where we get on, right? They came out and said, like, they were very pretentious little cunts when they came out.
Yeah.
They came out and
Art skill or something.